So K Michelle went on the Jason Lee show, and she had some things to say about Giselle Bryant and Robyn Dixon from Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, was it a lot? Yes. Was it K Michelle? Absolutely. But here is what nobody is asking. What did Giselle and Robyn say first? Because you cannot slap somebody and then tell them how to react. And today, we're going somewhere the BravoVerse does not want us to go. Let's get into it. Before we get into K Michelle's comments, I need you to understand the full context, okay? Because without the context, this just looks like another celebrity squabble, but it's not. This is about something that has been simmering underneath the surface of reality TV for years. And K Michelle just ripped the lid completely off of it. So let's start at the beginning. Giselle Bryant and Robyn Dixon, two of the longest running cast members on Real Housewives of Potomac, they have a podcast together. And on that podcast, they made comments about K Michelle and Angel, who some you may know from Married to Medicine and previously of Basketball Wives. Now, the specific comments they made, we're going to get into, but I want you to hold on to the fact that they brought these women up first. They were not responding to anything. They chose to bring K Michelle and Angel into a conversation unprovoked. And K Michelle, being exactly who K Michelle has always been, responded loudly. So here's what Giselle and Robyn said on their podcast.
From Housewives of Atlanta has K Michelle from Love and Hip Hop on their show.
Okay, you had to clarify that though. Okay, but we're gonna speak to that. But go ahead.
And Married to Medicine has Angel from Basketball Wives on their show. Atlanta has run out of people.
Okay, Angel from Basketball Wives.
She was a nurse. Really pretty girl.
Who is she married? Who was the basketball wife she was married to?
Are any of them ever married to a basketball
we're dealing
player?
with?
I don't know. I just know that she was on Basketball Wives like a number of seasons ago.
Okay.
And it might have been like the LA version.
Is Married to Medicine supposedly, allegedly filming now? Are they filming now?
I guess so. I saw a picture of her filming a confessional for Married to Medicine.
Oh, wow. Okay. So are we rinsing and recycling?
That's what it looks like. So I'm like, out of all the people in Atlanta, now they're like, I really thought the the network or the shows tried to like avoid crossovers from different networks.
True.
But I am like, Atlanta is running out of people. Well, because you're using people from other networks now.
But that's when but 85, it stays on traffic. So they're not running out of people. Right. They got plenty of people in Atlanta.
Right. With 6 lanes, but 12 lanes across.
Yes. I do want to say, and the traffic is traffic morning, noon, and night. Like it don't stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about K Michelle really quickly.
Okay.
And this is allegedly, we do not know because it has not been said officially that she's on the show. I'm not mad at it. I feel like at first I was like, what? K Michelle, that's weird. But out of the love and hip hop, because I'm a love and hip hop girl.
Right.
So out of the love and hip hop world, there are very few people that I feel like have left that behind them and have gone on to do so many other things that it really wasn't a factor.
But she was already somebody before Love and Hip Hop. She was already who she was before Love and Hip Hop.
Is that a question?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I think those people can come and go.
Okay.
And then you have people, Cardi B is one who was pretty much created on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes,
and
totally.
Now she's somebody else. But I think K Michelle already had her career.
That's what I'm saying. So her being a housewife, she's married now. Her being a housewife, I'm not mad at it.
So you're saying Love and Hip Hop doesn't define her?
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So I'm actually here for it.
Okay.
For K Michelle.
Okay.
If that is happening allegedly. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it just like when I saw that, and then it was K Michelle. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then it was when I saw this other girl, Angel, was filming Married to Medicine. I'm like, okay, what is going on? They
didn't ran out of
people. Okay. And I didn't think it was possible, but they did.
Now, I want you to sit with that for a second, because what you just heard is exactly the kind of thing that sounds harmless on the surface, but maybe even funny. But underneath it, there carries a very specific energy. The energy are we are up here and they are down there. And that is the conversation I want to have today. Here's the thing that people in the BravoVerse have never said out loud, but everybody who watches these shows already know it. There has always been an unspoken rule that Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop do not mix. You will not see Bravo cross hiring someone from Love and Hip Hop. You will not see VH1 pulling from the Real Housewives world either. And the reason, if we really pay attention, is not about production logistics. It is about perception. There's a segment of the Real Housewives audience, and if I'm being honest, some of the cast members themselves who view Real Housewives as the upper echelon of reality television, the sophisticated version, the aspirational version, and Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives, medicine, Married to Medicine as well. Those are viewed as some lesser than, not good enough for the Bravo brand. And I have a problem with that because let me tell you something. If we are measuring behavior, if we're talking about table flipping, screaming matches, throwing drinks, spreading rumors, attacking people's marriages and children, the Real Housewives franchise in 2024 and 2025 have been just as messy, if not messier, than Love and Hip Hop has ever been. So the idea that there is some kind of class distinction between these shows based on behavior, that argument does not hold up anymore. It may be held up 10 years ago when Real Housewives was still presenting this veneer of aspirational luxury lifestyle television. But we have watched too many reunion fights, too many cease and desist letters, too many cheating allegations, too many shady edits for anyone on any one of these shows to look down at anyone else. The messiness is equal, the talent is equal, and the audience, us, we deserve better than watching people on television perpetuate the same classism and hierarchy as people in real life. Now, enter K Michelle. Because when Giselle and Robyn made these comments on their podcast, K Michelle went on the Jason Lee show on BET and had some words.
Not good enough or this enough to be on a TV show.
Are you talking about Robyn Dixon?
Forget Robyn. She's a couch potato. We don't care about no Robyn Dixon. She can't even be content in the fact that her husband or whatever he call himself don't want her. Are we finna do that? You can't keep a job. Let's not talk about me with every accolade that you will never see unless the rapture comes. You can't talk to me about where I'm supposed to be, where God placed me, where production and anything. There are housewives that are me, that feel like me, think like me, look like me, gone through what I gone through. Ain't a housewife show supposed to show the real housewives?
And you're a real housewife.
I'm a real housewife. It don't matter if it was a whole cult trying to do it before. I'm a real housewife, like for real. I got a real man that really love me. I got real life. My shit don't be perfect. I'm really trying to get it together. I really want another child. And for you to sit there as on a couch selling t-shirts, telling t-shirts, hats, caps, or whatever you trying to sell and think it's a joke. You and the other one over here like a little devil. Y'all over here laughing.
Who's the other one?
Giselle, just hell. For y'all to sit there and try to laugh at another, like, why you laughing? What is funny? What is funny is my accomplishment trumps and laps all of y'all accomplishments. I could die right now and you still wouldn't catch up.
Now, I'm not going to pretend that that was not entertaining because this is K Michelle. She has never in her life said anything without full commitment and full volume. And honestly, some of what she said, I understand it. When you feel like someone has looked down on you, when you feel like somebody has dismissed you publicly or brought your, think you're not good enough because of your public perception, hey, it warranted that. Was it a lot? Yes. Is it K Michelle? Also, yes. That is part of her brand. That's who she's always been. But here's my honest take on the whole situation. I do not think K. Michelle's response was entirely warranted in terms of the level it went to. But I also think Giselle and Robyn made a choice. They chose to bring K. Michelle's name into their podcast. They chose to bring Angel's name up unprovoked. And in this industry, in this world of reality television where everything is content and everything is public, when you say someone's name, you have to be prepared for what that person responds, how that person responds. You cannot poke the bear and then act surprised when the bear reacts. Giselle and Robyn are veterans of this industry. They know how this works. They know that podcasts get clipped. They know that things spread on social media. So the idea that K. Michelle's response came out of nowhere, it did not. It came directly from a choice that Robyn and Giselle made. Now, could K have taken the high road? Sure. But the high road is a personal choice, and K. Michelle has never pretended to be someone who takes the high road. She is who she is. And at least she's being honest about it. What I find more interesting is what the whole situation reveals about how many women in the industry, particularly Black women, are ranked and categorized against each other based off the network they appear on, as if the network gives them their worth. And it does not. Your talent, your story, your authenticity, that determines your worth. And K. Michelle, Robyn, Angel, all of them have built careers in real audiences. None of them need to feel so elevated that they make the others feel diminished. Giselle and Robyn should not have mentioned K. Michelle and Angel on their podcast if they were not prepared for a response. K. Michelle responded in true K. Michelle fashion, loudly and without a filter. And the real conversation underneath all of this, the Bravo classism, the hierarchy between the networks, the idea that some reality TV women are worthy of more respect than others. That conversation is long overdue because at the end of the day, these are all careers. These women are all telling their stories, and none of them should be ranking each other. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think what Giselle and Robyn said on their podcast warranted K. Michelle's response? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. If you're new here, I'm Kenzie. This is KrowndByKenzie. We cover pop culture the right way, with context, with nuance, and with absolutely no filter. Hit subscribe so you do not miss what's coming next. And until next time, stay crowned. Let me hurry up and get to my appointment. Bye, y'all.